Hello lovelies and welcome to today's video. So this is a picture I have been meaning to scrap for a while. I did scrap it a while ago, but I just didn't get around to doing the voiceover. So this is a picture of Will's first day of school this year. We're rapidly approaching his last day of school, so I thought it would be a good time to post this video just in case, there are other parents around like me that just haven't got to it yet. Beginning of the year, end of the year, all a good time to do the school scrapping. So at the beginning you would have seen all of this came out of a blue folder. So when I was going through my stash not too long ago and sorting it out, I found a lot of old kits. And this is one of those. This is a kit, an old Kitaholics kit. So I'm talking a good couple of years. And it had a lot of the Cocoa Vanilla Boys Rule collection, but then it also had other bits and pieces to embellish that coordinated. I haven't bought a kit in a while, but back in the day when there was a kit that I really loved and I hadn't used it all, I did keep it together because I love that everything coordinates and the plan is to eventually use it at some point. That is what I did with this kit, but obviously it's been sitting in my stash for a while, so I'm just happy to be able to pull it out and use it for this layout because it works perfectly. So I've got the 12 by 12 paper. I just love how this pattern paper draws your eye into the middle. So there's two photos. It's just a regular picture, and then there's a picture of Will pointing to the back of his shirt because they get a senior shirt this year because, it's their final year of primary school. So yeah, he's just pointing to that senior on his shirt. So I just love how the background pattern paper just draws your eye into these photos. I've matted them on some of the smaller photos. I think they're actually 6 by 8 in this collection. It's a small paper pad. And then I'm going to embellish with all the bits and pieces that were in this kit. So this is the chipboard, the Boys Rule chipboard. And there's lots of stars and little bits and pieces. So you will notice that I'm putting all of these little bits and pieces all over the place. Now what I noticed is I loved all the stars, but the yellow just wasn't the color that worked for me because it wasn't in any of my photos. So you will notice that later on towards the end I actually go in and I color that with a paint pen and turns them black, and it just coordinates better with my photos and my layout. I'm using some of these fabulous number stamps because this was just perfect because this is his 6th grade photo. And I really wanted a nice big number. So I was really happy that I had recently purchased these. And even though they were originally for my Project Life, they just worked great for this. So in this collection, in this kit, there was some small alphabet thickers, some of the little puffy ones. So I'm just going to write grade in those and then 6. So the title of my layout is just grade 6. So yeah, nice and easy, but I do love that big, bold 6, how it really just pops off the layout. This layout comes together pretty quickly. Actually, no, it didn't. It looks very simple, but there was a lot of fiddling around purely because I think it was the simple part that got me. I struggle with white space, I always have, and clean lines and clean layouts. I really struggle. I always feel like I'm missing something or it just doesn't look finished. But with this layout, you'll see I had that feeling, but towards the end, I will use my paint pen to put some black splatters around, and that really helps tie the whole thing together. I can't leave a page without some kind of splatter or something. I really love these chipboard pieces. They're just the perfect little bits of embellishment for this layout. So I've got the One Cool Kid over in the side there, but yeah, the chipboard pluses and stars, I love them. They're great to scatter around. I do end up making a little cluster up the top here. So these I'm fairly certain these were the cut apart pieces that came in the kit. So they weren't a part of the Boys Rule collection, but they were themed to match the kit. So the kit that all of this came in. I'm just using one of the labels to do some journaling. Not a lot. I'm literally just going to write his senior year. But it just worked perfectly underneath my photo. Just acts as a bit of an embellishment cluster. And 2, it gives me a place to put a bit of journaling. This is where I'm going to make that little cluster up the top. I do like putting clusters up the top, especially when my layouts are very clean and simple and not a mixed media mess, basically. It just gives you another point, it gives you that visual triangle. So as you can see, I've got my cluster up the top, cluster around my title, and then a small cluster off to the left there. This is where I'm going to come in with my paint pen and add some splatters. As you can see, it just really brings it all together. It just helps connect all those bits and pieces. I can't not add a splatter. If I don't have stamping in my background, I've got to have a splatter. And as you can see, I've coloured those stars that were yellow, just to add a bit of, to change the colour to black. See, this is a good thing about chipboard pieces. You can colour them to suit your layout. The yellow just wasn't working. It was a colour that wasn't anywhere else. So being able to colour them with a black paint pen really just made all the difference. And then I've just glued down my little cluster up the top, and now I'm just adding some silver, not silver, it's just, no, it is silver. No, it's clear. The clear rhinestones that you get, that we all have in our stash, and it just ties in with my silver title there, as you can see, but it just adds another little bit of little sprinkly bits. I love adding sprinkly bits to my clusters. And then this is my journaling, and I'm pretty sure that's it for the layout. So nice simple layout, even though there was a bit of messing around and a bit of kerfuffling and what's the word, indecisiveness. But yeah, that's it for my layout. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.